go through the social engineering attacks topics. A few of these might have been covered this morning, but we'll try to look into the practical aspects of how these attacks happen. Social engineering is the term used for a broad range of malicious activities accomplished through human interactions. And it uses skill manipulation to trick users into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. Social engineering is an organized process and it matters for every organization, small or big. It matters to every individual who is on the net. Social engineering is an integral part of almost every attack that we hear about today, both cyber attacks as well as physical digital related attacks. 85% of organizations suffered from a successful cyber attack last year, as per the Cyber Edge report of the year 2022. A record number of 63% of ransomware victims paid ransoms last year. And of course, this was a huge encouragement to cyber criminals to increase their attacks. Let us quickly go through the attack map scenario. Real time means now, as of now, what are the attack packets flowing across the globe? There are several vendors, but I will be showing you a couple of them. Now, putting all the vendors together, you can just estimate what could be the number of attacks. Now, look at these arrows coming out and converging into a particular place. So these are the attack packets which Kaspersky, most of you are familiar with, the antivirus software. So that Kaspersky company has plotted this, and here is their dashboard. So this tells you across the globe what is the source of the attack packets and where actually they are targeted versus destination. So these include vulnerabilities, attacks, or intrusions, any kind of a malicious traffic. Now, let us go through another, like here, Fortinet. There's another vendor who has mapped, as you can see at the bottom. I'm just slowing this down. So Oracle database related attacks, Microsoft web server related attacks, overflow attacks, denial of service attacks. So any software that is whose vulnerability is now being exploited, that is shown here. And you can see the flying arrows, okay, emerging and then landing onto a particular place. Those are all the packets of malicious data, malicious payloads that are flowing in from one part of the globe to another part. You can see in the box below severity of the attacks, high, medium, low, and then location from where the attack has been launched. Okay. Now, these are just two vendors that I have shown you. Now, there are multiple of them, like you must be aware of several other antivirus or firewall making companies. All of them have got their own collection of data based on where their products are deployed. So in my computer, if I have antivirus software like Kaspersky, they know what are all the malicious packets going out of my system or coming into my system. Similarly, if I have a Cisco firewall in my institution, then that firewall logs in information about lot of malicious traffic flowing in and out of my institution network. So all that put together, all those vendors' dashboards put together, just imagine at this point of time, what is the number of attacks that are happening. Now that you can visualize this volumes of attacks that are happening at any given point of time, let us quickly look into how these attacks happen and who they target. Only 3% of the malware tries to exploit an exclusively technical flaw. Means attacks because of some bugs in the operating system or in the system firmware vulnerability, or some other app or some other browser or any other software product that you have installed in your computer or in your mobile. If there is a vulnerability, if there is a bug, then it is likely that attackers might exploit those technical flaws. But as per these reports, only 3% of malicious softwares, they try to exploit such technical flaws. The remaining 97% of the attacks that happen as of today involve targeting users through social engineering attacks. And 98% of the attacks, they rely on social engineering, but attackers go for the low hanging fruit. So they don't spend their time in searching vulnerabilities and making their attacking task complex. Instead, they target the individuals, humans, who very easily believe the other side people if they can speak convincingly. So these attacks can be carried out through technology or through people. So through email phishing or baiting or Wi-Fi phishing or using mobiles, sending SMSs, smishing, then QR code scans, then impersonation at the systems, or voice-based phishing, which is also called as phishing, then carrying out frauds and scams. Let us go through in detail what each one of these means. Email phishing. The first one, as you can see here, all phishing attacks that are innocent looking emails or pop-ups, advertisements, and company communication that tempt you to click so that they can install spyware in your system, viruses, or other malwares on your computer or mobile phone. All of these, they fall under social engineering. So it's all about tempting you to click a link, click on a photograph, or install some malicious software onto your computer. That malicious software could be a virus program, could be a spyware program, or any other backdoor or ransomware programs. These sources of emails, the emails from which you, the source from where you get the email, this looks very close to genuine sources with minor differences. Like, for example, your own organization, it would look like your boss's designation or name, but with very slight or minor modification, like L is written as 1 or O is written as 0. So when you quickly go through, you will not be able to make a distinction between the original name and this fake name. So victims are tricked into sending their personal or sensitive information, and this information is used by the attackers for their malicious purposes. Normally, they send you emails saying it's your friend or your boss who lost all their papers and important documents and credit cards and all the stuff. They're in need of money. So victim is tricked into sending some funds to a particular account, or like you have won lottery and those people need your banking credentials, and so you're supposed to submit those credentials, and then they would ask you to send 1 rupee so that they'll know it is you. Okay, in the process, they might send you a link through a WhatsApp or through SMS and ask you to click on that link. So when you click on that link, some spyware or some screen recording software might get installed in your machine or in your mobile phone. And when you're trying to log into your account to make a 1 rupee payment, the keys that you press, those screenshots might be sent to the other end. So now they know which keys you are pressing and in which order. So they know your password. So these kinds of techniques are used to know passwords, account numbers, credit or debit card numbers, pins, and gather information and also exploit vulnerabilities. This data directly goes to the attacker's database. So phishing as a service, it is said that it is getting industrialized because a lot of revenue is generated through phishing by the attackers. And also phishing kits means a collection of tools, software or hardware required for phishing is called a phishing kit. And they're also available for targeting enterprise users. Please have a look at this mail and you can see it looks quite genuine. But when you notice it, you can see that bankofamerica.com, you're supposed to click on the link. But it is not America, it is ARNER. So they're trying to trick you. So reading the mail fast, you might think it is a proper banking website. So the same way, SBI or Bank of India, all these URLs, a slight change might be put and they might be sent to you. When you click on that, because it is not an original link, it goes to the attacker's website. Now, when you enter your username and password there, they catch hold of that sensitive data like your password. So please be cautious when you look at the text in the body of the mail. So always telephone the person at the other end and then verify whenever you get such a mail and then inform them so that they can again in turn inform all their network saying somebody is sending mails on their behalf and beware of them. So nearly 1/3 of all the data breaches that happened in 2018 involved phishing. And a new phishing site is created on the internet every 20 seconds as per Dataprotnet. And more than 70% of phishing emails are opened by their targets. And 90% of the security breaches in companies are as a result of phishing attacks. And small and mid-sized businesses lose an average of $1.6 million recovering from a phishing attack. So these are some of the statistics published in this website. And it is said that more than 77% of the organizations do not have a cybersecurity incident response plan. What is it? So when an incident happens, then how to respond to it? What is the procedure? Whom to report has to be tackled and how you have to come back or recover from that situation. So such a plan is not available as on today with many organizations. So after email phishing, the most popular social engineering attack is phishing, voice-based phishing. So it involves a voice message and it tricks users to leak sensitive information. Like there might be a group of cyber criminals who might be having multiple SIM cards and some laptops and necessary infrastructure. They telephone a victim and then tell that, say, for example, your old insurance policy is now, uh, so you'll get some money after 5 years or 10 years. So this is the time. So we're sending you OTP, you just tell us. And once the OTP is revealed, whole of the balance gets debited. And when the person tries to contact them again, the SIM card is already thrown. They cannot reach the cyber criminals. There are many attacks like this carried out for credential stuffing. Credentials means usernames and passwords. So to gather them or to perform web attacks means to bring the servers down or to uh, catch hold of a lot of data or manipulate data behind the web, that particular website, or distributed denial of service attacks, DDoS attacks. So sending lot of traffic to a particular web server, sending a lot of requests to the web server at a particular point of time so that the web server cannot respond to so many requests coming in. So it gets slowed down and eventually may get jammed up. So the server might have to be restarted, which means reputation loss, lot of services get disconnected for a few hours of time. As you can see, so last year, this is the attack graph, like number of attacks on the y-axis. So you can see the spikes, March, June, October. So there are regular repetition of these attacks that are happening. Then we have baby, another social engineering attack. Means the malware is distributed through USB sticks or the CDs. So when you insert the USB or the CD into your computer, the program automatically runs. So it's auto run, the files show up. So automatically the malicious programs also run and install whatever or perform whatever activities it is programmed for. We also have Wi-Fi phishing. A fake Wi-Fi network can be set up in the public parks or restaurant or airport lounges, railway stations, any public place. So it will have the same SSID as that company or restaurant or the hotel or the airport name. It will be similar, but will have no password. So user connects directly to the router. And what happens? All the data goes in plain text. So what do these malicious software that get installed when you click on these links in your phone or in your device? So it's a program which is written as per the logic required by the attacker. Sometimes they can encrypt your data and demand ransom. Sometimes they can irritate you with a lot of advertisements or record keystrokes or steal your credentials. How they come into your computer? So when you go to a fake web page and download a file from it, the software which is malicious can come straight into your system. Or when you click on an email attachment, which is sent from an unknown source, that may have malicious software. When you insert USB or other media, it may come as a file in it. Then sometimes we download softwares and the cracked versions of those softwares like Windows, they may leave a lot of doors open for attackers and other programs to come and stay in your PC. So what are these malicious softwares? They come with different names like virus, worm, Trojan, ransomware, spyware, adware, botnet, keylogger. And these virus category of malicious softwares, they may be hundreds and thousands of varieties of virus and several worms, several types of Trojans, several types of ransomwares. And there are lots of different types of malwares available, with some more harmful than others. Like it is said that 230,000 new malware samples are produced every day, and each strain has its own individual way of infecting and damaging the computers. So how do you know there is malware in your computer? Increased CPU usage. So your PC doesn't respond well, it runs slow, and system may hang up sometimes and may not respond to any mouse click or command. Or there might be strange icons on the desktop, strange files in the folders, or some files may get encrypted, or some files may sometimes, because of some malwares, they may get deleted too. How do you check a given file that is found in your machine is malware or not? So one thing is, if you have antivirus software installed in your machine, you can scan through it, or you can also go to virustotal.com. Let me show you. So here is one ID of malware. I'm just typing the ID, and these vendors, you can see Bitdefender, Avast, okay, Fortinet, Kaspersky, Palo Alto, Cisco, all these people, Microsoft, all these people, Bitdefender, AVG, they say this is malware. Okay, Trojan, Win32, one encrypted. So this is a Trojan type of malware, and Win32 means it's something related to Windows system. And WannaCryptor is one kind of a Trojan, which uh, which is also a ransomware. So it encrypts all the files on the hard disk and then asks the user to give money. Unless money is paid, the decryption key is not sent. And you can also upload a file. Like for instance, you can save file and then upload the file and check whether it is associated with malware. You can also check the URL. So you can type some URL, like if I say google.com, then all the security vendors say this website is clean. But if you type, I'm just giving you a sample of them. You can try with any other suspicious website. So this says it is a phishing, it is suspicious link. So like that, you can either type the ID, type the URL of the website or the file that you are trying to uh, install in your machine. So you can check it with VirusTotal first. Now IDs can be several of them. IDs can be like we have Aadhaar card, like we have let me check the malware ID again. Yeah. So the details you can see here. It has many IDs, like we have PAN card, Aadhaar ID, driving license ID. Same person has got different numbers, right? So here using different algorithms, the particular malware is given some IDs. You check with any of these IDs and you'll get to know whether it is malware or not. Antivirus softwares work on this basis only. They have these signatures, these IDs in the database, and whenever a new file is coming into the machine, it's using this algorithm, this ID is generated, and that is checked for in their database. If it is there, it means it is malware. So there's one way. Look at this. Just now I have shown you one ID. So that ID, that particular malware, when it gets installed in a machine, it locks the screen like this. And what does it say? Your important files are encrypted. Many of your documents, photos, videos, databases, and other files are no longer accessible because they have been encrypted. Maybe you're busy looking for a way to recover your files, but do not waste your time. Nobody can recover your files without a decryption service. And then what do they say? Payment is accepted in Bitcoin only, and send $300 worth of Bitcoin to this address. And the address is given here. This is anonymous. So regarding ransomware, Sonic Wall threat researchers, they observed 623.3 million attacks globally. And this total marked a 105% increase over 2020, means 100 times it has increased in just 1 year, and more than triple the number seen in 2019. So you can see, since 2019, it's almost 3 times. Since 2020, it is over 100% increase in attacks. What do these malwares do? They can modify the file system. They can write device drivers into your disk. They can change your system configuration files. They can add new programs to the file system. They can modify your registry keys so that program can auto start. What is inside the malware? So say, for example, you consider Windows programs. You may have DLLs or EXE files or .sys files. They have some instructions. So now in those instructions, you can actually make out, like, say, when we disassemble a malware and we track what is there, what is the program written for. So as you can see here, a particular malware like Win32 IRC Robo, a Trojan horse. What does it do? It has FTP commands, means file transfer command. So if it gets installed in a machine, the files can be transferred to an attacker's machine. And several things like that. So what else does it do? Like it can take screenshot of victim's desktop and send it to the attacker like this. It can capture the webcam input. Okay, so all such stuff. So how does the attacker target you or a particular organization? There are a lot of tools, lot of ways to do this. Say, for example, somebody can, there are many tools. I'm just showing you some samples like Grabify IP Logger. So what does it do? You can generate a URL here and send it in the SMS or WhatsApp. And if somebody clicks on it, you can know their IP address, geolocation, what operating system is installed in that machine, and in the mobile device. So with that, they can find out whether there are any vulnerabilities in it, and a lot of stuff. Okay. So I'm not trying this here, but actually I can create a URL and post it in the chat window. So if you're clicking it on the chat window, your IP address, uh, your geolocations, your mobile version or system version can all be seen here. So we are not trying this, but Okay, next. Of course, sending fake mails. You may get a mail, and when you click on the link, okay. So again, this is like so. If you want me to test, you can send an email. You can post an email in the chat window once. Anyone. Okay. Ashutosh Pandeji has sent a mail. So let me check. Ashutosh ji. It may take a while. It arrives here. Let us go through the different. Yeah. So we'll check it after a couple of minutes. So fake mails might be sent on somebody else's names. Okay. So then people may also collect your information through Google dorking. So what is Google dorking? It is something like google.com. Okay. Let me type some URLs. Like this. So I'm just typing password. So Google normally, when you type somebody's name or some city name or organization name, it gives you all the website names which have those words. But people do specialized searches like this, for example. So I'm searching for some file type Excel sheet file with name something related to password in it. So look here. So there are Excel sheets you can see here. Okay, and with word password over there. So somebody, University of Texas. So here you have a sheet with passwords. Okay, so like this, you can. This is a specialized search. So certain people Wi-Fi passwords they post on their websites. Okay, and all that stuff. So these are specialized searches. So people can also search for email IDs in some websites. Like for example, here in text, if there is gmail.com and the website is cdac.gov.in. So there is something called cdac.in and mobile seva apps at gmail.com. So we are searching for all gmail.com mail IDs and which also have CDAC in them. Then let us see if we can search for a particular person's name. So Jagdish is coordinating today. So I said Jagdish and site cdac.gov.in. So if you have these two together, we get this Jagdish cdac.in and M Jagdish Babu and all. So this is specialized search. Now people can also like this gather a lot of information about the person, his associated organizations, his email IDs and the stuff. Now with that, so in text gmail.com and site is facebook.com and something related to CDAC. So I'm trying to find out if there is some mail ID with gmail.com in facebook.com website and somewhere CDAC is found in that website. So these are all facebook.com related links. CDAC Noida, CDAC Kolkata, CDAC Dehradun, and so on. Now you know how many organizations bought Facebook page, and so their employees will definitely like this page. So now you'll get to know information about all those employees, personal mail IDs, and their related information that they post in their Facebook posts. So like this, attackers do a lot of analysis. Okay, so let us go to, how to see whether it is a genuine mail or a fake mail. So something like this, if I need to know, just click on these three dots on the right, click on show original, and then find out whether the sender policy framework, okay, has passed or not. That's so if there is fail over here, then that means the mail is not genuine. So people can search for in the websites if the passwords are open, okay, and lot of stuff like this. We also have what is called as Google Hacking Database, GHDB, wherein people find lot of information about the exploits. You can see here. So in URL super admin and all these with which you can get lot of information about I'll show you for instance this SQL dump. So here it is. So with .SQL in the search, we get all the SQL dumps, means database backups, which people have put in their servers. These are all the database backups. So these SQL dumps can actually be, if they are having permissions, they can download and install the databases elsewhere. So all such information is available in Google Hacking Database, GHDB. So like device cameras, Novus IP camera, and a specialized search string with which you can browse information related to that particular entity which is put in the string. Of course, people actually float a lot of deep fakes too. Let me show you this. So I'll share my screen for a while and then I'll come back. Hope you can see the screen. And I have another application, which is an AI-based application, as you can see. So this is a deepfake application. So these are AI-based applications wherein you can deepfake. So I'm moving my head and can make the people. So I can fake, okay, using the different applications available out here. Hope you're understanding. So the feed to the camera is my image, but yeah, what you see there is something different. Okay, so hope you're understanding. So we can bring anyone live or dead and make them speak whatever. So this is one kind of a deepfake application which can be circulated. Let me. Okay, hope you're seeing this. So there is again a lot of, you can see here, a website called Showdown, which helps you search for Internet of Everything. What does this mean? The surveillance cameras or IoT devices or any kind of a device that is connected to the internet. It could be a temperature sensor or any kind of an IoT device which is on the internet. And if they are set to default passwords, people can actually also view them. And there are a lot of security breaches happening. Like for instance, databases.today or snusbase.com. This is the longest standing data breach search engine. So databases, if they are breached for a particular website, all the data is made available here. So there are many more. I'm showing you just one sample. So this NUSBase indexes information from websites that have been hacked and had their database leaked. Our users have access to search for their emails, names, usernames, IP addresses, phones, password hashes, and much more. We display even every result in full as they were provided, with only occasional edits to remove information that we are legally prohibited from storing. So they also say credential stuffing, combo lists. They maintain previously cracked password hashes. So any website data, if it is breached, it is available in public in many websites like this. Just like Google searches for people and places and things, here Snuspace allows you to search for data breach data. How do you know whether if the website to which you are subscribed to, where you have an account, is breached or not, whether your email and your password to that particular account is there in the public database or not? So let me search my mail ID, gmail.com. And you can also try this. Have I been pawned.com? Good news, no pawnage found. So that means with this email ID, if I have subscribed to some websites, if that website is breached, is hacked, and the data is out, then my email ID and that particular website will appear here. But there are no websites that are breached in my case. Let me know in the chat window if you find some website names here. Do you have any? Anybody's emails found in hacked websites? No one? So just try, have I been pawned, pwned.com. Anyone tried? Yes. Anyone got their name listed? Yes, Sriranji. Yes, I got 8 breaches. Oh, 16 breaches. Mandrup Karji. Oh my God. Nice to know that you could find out now. How to resolve? Yes. So let me show you some ways. Like this could be any website which was hacked and all your database is with somebody. Okay, so attackers or anyone can get these mailing lists or phone numbers. We can't say when the data is breached, it can be in anybody's hand. So you may get phone. So the list may be sold to advertising companies. So you might be getting some phone calls saying we have a lottery scheme or resort scheme, or you'll get a loan, or we'll give you finance. So people might buy such lists. That is one. But in any case, how do you come out of it? If you're not using that website, it is better you delete your account. But if you're using it, then it is better you change your password. The third one is, if you're having same password set to many other accounts, your other accounts, then see that every account has got its own password, because this password is out. So anyone, can use some dictionary attack kind of a thing, and exhaustively they can test with different passwords. So change the password. Do not have the same password for multiple accounts. And if possible, if you're not using that website anymore, better delete the account. Then social engineering attacks, which are mobile based, smishing. So people may send SMSs with a fake link. Or there might be fake QR codes when you scan. It may go to a different website or a account. So how do these things come? How do these fake messages come? So there are many tools again for payment. People can subscribe to these websites and then spoof the SMSs. Sender's number, recipient's number, date and time, what is the text message. So your KYC has been updated. Please click on some SBI dot something. Okay. So people can send these messages, and that may go to the particular, you can select the country, India, and the phone number. So it's as simple as that. There are many tools, many places available. Now, when you click on that link, it may open up an SBI page or a Gmail page, or your own company's page or organization's page. So when you log in, when you give your username and password, so the whatever data you type here might go to the attacker's machine. So whenever you're clicking on a link, you please watch the URL carefully. You must see a log symbol there and an HTTPS S should be there. And this is a Facebook page. It's a cloned web page. Now, why will Facebook page be hosted in something like San August in tourism.co? So totally irrelevant, right? In that case, you should never feed your email and password, because your actual Facebook password, which you type here, will go to the attacker's server. Let me show you one typical example on how this goes. I'm sharing the application. So this is something which we demonstrate to our students, and so this is a fake page. As you can see, the lock symbol. So this says connection is not secure. And why will Gmail person, Google company, host their Gmail page with 10.0.2.15? Okay, so you should get something like gmail.com or google.com. So if I type something like my mail ID is ggg@gmail.com, my password is 123456789, and if I sign in, so see, you may carefully look here. When I click on sign in, it will be forwarded to actual Google page, and I may think, okay, I might have typed the password wrong, so let me type the password again. I'll proceed with the normal course of activity. But what happens here? Attacker has sent you an SMS or a email with this link. So you clicked on it, you typed your username and password, and now this is sent to the attacker's machine. Now you are forwarded to the regular actual page. But the attacker now has your credentials. So I'm signing in. Okay. Now I go to https://google.com. So this is the genuine page. But what happens with the attacker's machine? Look here. So he has harvested my username and password, ggg@gmail.com, and this is my password. This is called as social engineering attack. So I would get an SMS or a web link. And when I click on the web link in the SMS or the email, it goes to a clone page. And that clone page, if I enter my sensitive data, it can be SBI, it can be any other bank, it can be your organization, IT admin page. So the credentials are harvested like this. So the safest way to stay away from such attacks is that to have multi-factor authentication. Means whenever you're logging in, you get an OTP to your mobile phone. That's the safest thing. Okay. So next we have attackers who perform attacks physically. So they might impersonate. They can help. They can come as help desk people and ask for laptop for updates and implant a backdoor. Means they install a software or a persistent trapdoor. Or people can create another account and give it admin privileges, or they may change the admin password. They may install keyloggers so that when you type the keys pressed, they'll all be logged and will be sent to the attacker's machine. They may open up the browser, your browser, Firefox or any other browser, and then find out the stored passwords. So many of us, when the browser gives an alert saying, do you want me to remember the password? We say yes, because it's difficult to type every now and then. But anyone who sits at your machine will be able to open the browser and know the passwords. So say, for example, you clicked on an SMS, a mobile malicious app, it's installed in your mobile phone. What happens? This is a typical educational demo that we give. So we have a simple scenario where a web server is installed on the laptop and a malicious application, mobile app, is generated. So that malware is hosted in the web server in the same room, in the same network. And that web server, wherever the malware is available, that link is sent through SMS to the victim's phone, mobile phone, which is also in our same network. So this is simple simulation. So when that victim clicks on that link, this mobile app gets downloaded. And now once it is installed, it creates a backdoor connection with the server, attacker server. So once the channel is established, now that mobile phone is completely under the control of the attacker's machine. So you can see here, a connection is getting established between the mobile device. Now the attacker can type system info to get the version of the operating system, Android operating system, that is installed on the victim's machine. And these are several of the commands like dumping SMS, saving call logs, then sending SMSs to somebody on your behalf through that victim's phone, or set the audio mode to ringer mode or vibration mode. So anything can be done out here remotely. Now looking at the attacker's server, so you can straight away go to that particular directory, open those dumps and SMS dumps and watch all the SMSs. So a simple, experiment which we show to our students, and just to give you information. So what is the impact of this malware? I'll give you a couple of case studies. So Sony Pictures hack. This is for, I have till now shown you the individuals cases. Now, what about the organizations? So in November 24, 2014, a hacker group which identified itself by the name Guardians of Peace leaked the release of confidential data from film studio Sony Pictures. And the data included personal information about Sony Pictures employees, their families, then emails between employees, information about executive salaries at the company, copies of the then unreleased Sony films, plans for future Sony films, scripts for certain films, and lots of other information. Then why was all this done? So it was just to oppose the then upcoming film, The Interview, which was a comedy about a plot to assassinate a North Korean leader. So the terrorists, they threatened the US movie theaters not to screen the movie, and the release was actually halted, and the next day it was digitally released. LinkedIn hack. So several news items appeared like LinkedIn accounts. LinkedIn was hacked, and all the customers' information is posted on the dark net for sale. Then Netflix, there was a major email scam. So an email was sent to the subscribers, nearly 110 million of them, and they were asked to fill their credit card details in order to continue subscription with Netflix. And just imagine, even if 1% of them, means 1 million of them, they fill the credit card details. So the WannaCry, the one I have shown you on the virus total, so it has straight hit 99 countries. And there are many news items appearing in India too. So this ransomware attack again, an American oil pipeline system that originates in Houston, Texas, and carries gasoline and jet fuel mainly to the southeastern United States, suffered a ransomware cyber attack that impacted computerized equipment managing the pipeline. In response, the Colonial Pipeline Company halted all of the pipeline's operations to contain the attack. And with the assistance of the FBI, Colonial Pipeline paid the requested ransom of 75 bitcoins. At that time, in 2021, the equivalent for 75 bitcoins was $4.4 million within several hours after the attack. So later, they were sent some software application to restore the network. Stock exchanges were hacked. Many government officials, even today, they keep getting rogue emails. Then, so there are a lot of other malwares other than WannaCry. So what are the other possibilities? So one is never visit fake websites. Many advertisements and pop-ups, they tempt you to click on them. So Never click on any email attachments or any photographs that are sent through emails. Then never download pirated software. There are some tools like Proton Mail or Epic Browser, DuckDuckGo search engine, Signal app, and temporary emails in these websites. And other important websites are like, if you find some video is going viral and you want to stop it, you can go to stopncii.org. Stop non-consensual intimate image abuse, and create a case here and report the video so that the concerned authorities will take care of that in social media. It doesn't spread. Then if your account in Facebook is compromised, go to facebook.com/hack and report your case there. You'll be taken care of. We also have cybercrime.gov.in run by our government. So therein you can report the cases. Similarly, any online e-commerce related purchases, if you're run into a problem, so you can create your complaint here in consumerhelpline.gov.in. And so this is the website. And we also have for women specific issues, National Commission for Women. So things can be reported out here. So backup your data always, secure your backups, use security softwares and keep them up to date. Practice safe surfing. So look for HTTPS links always and look for the genuine URL website names. Use only secure networks. So just because it is coming for free, be aware that attackers might be trying to tap you in at public places. So stay informed about the latest malwares and implement a security awareness program in your organization. Keep your family members aware of all this stuff. Then we also have a website called nomoreransom.org. So it gives you a lot of information about malware. You can have a look at this. And especially your finance related information, your Aadhaar cards, your bank statements. Never share these copies to anyone. Never share your passwords, PIN, credit card, debit card numbers to anyone. And always be careful about suspicious looking pop-ups that appear when you're browsing some website. Always look for HTTPS and a lock symbol whenever you're filling in some data. And of course, infosecawareness.in website has got loads of information about cybersecurity awareness. Thank you. Any questions? I'm open for it.
Yeah, there are some questions, ma'am. In the meantime, I think one Mr. Digvijay Singh Rathore, he wanted me to unmute. Just I'm unmuting him. 1 minute.
What is it, sir?
No, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
So some of the officer, yeah, Digvijay Singh, sir, like I have unmuted you. Can you please tell me like what is that you want to? You have something? Digvijay Singh Rathore.
वो आपका नाम ले रहा है
Sir, Digvijay Singh Rathore.
हाँ जी
I have unmuted you, sir. Can you speak? Can you say like you requested me to unmute?
हाँ I am able to listen.
Okay. No. You said like you wanted to unmute, na sir. That is the reason I have unmuted. Is there anything to discuss? Anything?
No. Actually, when I started at that time, I was not hearing any voice. That's why I was requested. That,
Okay, fine. Now everything is fine, na sir. Now.
हाँ. Now it's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, जी, okay.
Okay. Ma'am, there are some couple of questions. We'll just take some of the questions now. How to block unwanted and spam mails in a personal email? Valli ma'am, Professor Valli
So-
Kumari ma'am.
Yeah. Whenever you're getting such a mail, you mark it as spam, sir. You
Yeah.
can report any mail as spam. So from that day onwards, if any other mail is coming from the same account, it will automatically go to spam.
That is the best way we can block those
So
things.
it is something like this. I have shown you 3 dots in Gmail. So there, I have asked you to click on show original to know if it is from a genuine source. So there, let me share. Let me share this, just a second. So you have this, any email, you can just click on report spam, sir, or reports phishing. So from next time onwards, if from the same mail ID you're getting a mail, it will automatically be put into spam or phishing. It will be taken care of by that particular mail service provider, Yahoo or Google or whoever you're using. Okay, sir? Hope you got it, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I think like SMS dump, what can I do without our permission? What do you mean by, sir? Sir, I think that the question is not clear from RR Cat Indore. Can you please repeat the question, sir? Ma'am, is there any site for daily bulletin of viruses, etc., threats kind of thing?
Is there any?
Is there any site for a daily bulletin of viruses, etc., threats?
Yes. So we have lots of them. Like you can go to that particular vendor. Like if you want to look for browser or say if you want to look for Google Chrome, if there are any vulnerabilities, so that will be found there. If you are looking for some Cisco device, some vulnerabilities, attacks that are happening, you can look at Cisco website. But otherwise, we have advisories from, like for example, hope you can see the screenshot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Certain page. So you'll have the latest security alerts out here. So any incident, any security issue that happens, okay, all that stuff, latest things are reported here. So they tell you like multiple vulnerabilities here, which device. Lot of information is available here. Advisories. So this is one very popular one. There are many more. So I'm just giving you one government website.
And humble request to share PPTs. Yes, we will share, sir. And how to audit our internal websites. Sir, kindly YS Subramaniam, sir, like you can just let us know. ISEA at cdec.in. Like we are a certain empaneled agency. We will let you know the further information, right? Or cswan at cdec.in. CS, okay, swan, CSWAN. Okay, cswan, you can just, I'm just keeping it here in the chat area. You can just send a mail so that we will respond to you. Okay. For audit and those purposes, you can just send us a request, then we will let you know. Okay. Tools and madam, banking work is done on websites or on apps. Whatever is safe, I mean apps or website. So like they were asking like whether website is safe or mobile app is safe, mom, for any banking transactions.
Sir, anything is same. It's as long as it is your own device, your own laptop or your own mobile device. But the thing is, ensure that you have, two-factor, multi-factor authentication. Ensure that you get an OTP to your phone.
Okay. And mom, another next question is, actually there are so many emails. Any shortcut method, if any, because there are hundreds of mails daily.
Shortcut method for?
I think like this is with respect to spam mails, mom. How to stop the spam mails?
Then in your organization, maybe you have to put a firewall and look for any mails with that domain if you're getting, that domain name if you're getting. You can write some rules over there.
Yes, yes. Okay. So there are many mails. Yes, sir. I'm asking about Android APK example. Explain. Okay, ma'am, I think this is with respect to the SMS dump. So someone is telling like without our this thing, without our permission, can we use the kind of thing? He is asking with respect to the Android APK example, which was explained by madam. Did you
Okay.
explain anything, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sir, it's like this. If you're giving your mobile app complete permission, for example, when we are installing any app, it asks for, so even though it is weather monitoring or something like that, it asks for access to camera, access to contacts, access to, all kinds of stuff, right? If you give permissions for everything, then the app can do anything. Hope you understood. If you're giving it full permissions in your mobile device, to your camera, to your contacts, to your device, if you're giving complete permissions, then of course it has got the ability to do anything. Okay, sir.
The last question we'll just take, ma'am. Madam, we use incognito. Is it because Google is not safe browser?
Incognito is for privacy in your own device, like whatever websites you visit. So those things will not appear in your history. But the outside people, like the server or your service provider, if you're using Airtel or Jio service provider, those server people, all of them, they know. Only in your device, in your browser, your browsing behavior is not logged.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful and enlightening session.
Thank
I
you, sir.
think,
Thank you so
almost
much.
all the queries were,
Thank
cleared
you,
by
sir.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Sir, ma'am, like we will continue with the next session. Of course, like we won't take any break because we are already running late. So we will continue with our session. Hope it is fine. Like as I told you, like from morning, we may go beyond 4:30. Is it okay with all of you? Is it okay with all of you? Please say yes or no in the chat area. All right. So I am getting so many yeses. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. I think someone is asking like how to block so many emails kind of thing. Let me show it to you. All right. So for example, this is my Gmail ID. Okay. So I'm getting n number of mails kind of thing, right? So here like for the same email ID or someone like I will be getting some of the things here. I have very less email IDs. All right. Otherwise, what you can do is here you can just go. There is something called create filter, right? For example, if I am receiving many mails from hotmail.com, okay, from @hotmail.com, See, for example, the name always changes, but either Gmail or OneMail or whatever it is, you can just use that from, and all these messages and all such kind of things as attachment did not include and all the things. So immediately you can just greater than a day, don't all these things you can just say and create a filter. Okay, where do you want to search all those things, right? You can just see the inbox, you can just check it. So it will check in the inbox and create a filter. While you are creating a filter, it will ask you whether you wanted to remove or trash or whatever it is. So what do you want me to do that? You want me to delete it, right? I just selected only, I just used this word @hotmail.com. So I wanted to delete all the mails which are coming, like irrespective of the first name. I'm just talking about the subdomain @hotmail.com. So that part I'm just creating. Okay, I'm just creating a filter. So delete it or never send you to the spam. Whatever you want to do it, do it. So if I select delete, so it will create a filter, and whatever the emails I'm getting @hotmail.com, it will remove. It won't stay back in your thing. In the same way, whatever the kind of filter you wanted to create, you can create a filter and you can make use of it. Sir, it is a lifetime actually. It will it never stay. It will automatically it will delete. It won't no email will come. @hotmail.com, if I want to delete, I will delete forever. If it is a genuine mail also, it will remove. I'm just giving an example. In similar way, like wherever you are getting the more number of emails with respect to the either a subject or it could be a text or whatever the thing you are mentioning. So those aspects you can just decide and can continue. All right. So someone is asked, that is the reason I'm showing it to you. So let's move on to our session. Of course, this is last but not least. We have a lot many things. Okay, so this session I'm going to cover for next 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Simply the social networking, security and secured financial transactions kind of thing, right? So this I myself am Jagdish Babu, project manager here, and ISEA CDEC Hyderabad. I am the person like who's coordinating this entire event from from morning onwards, right? So you all heard about a word called social media and social networking, right? Or you have heard about that word, social media and social networking? There is a slight difference between a social media and social networking. Social media is a one-way communication. Social networking is a two-way or multi-level, communication. Okay, social media, someone will say something and you will be listening. But whereas in the social networking, you can interact with one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, and all such kind of things, right? So that is a slight, small difference between the social media and social networking, right? So this is the basic definition of a social networking. It can connect anywhere in the world, anywhere in the globe, anywhere in the globe. You can connect, you can make the connections, you can make the relations, you can make them friend anywhere in the world, anywhere in the globe, right? Wherever they are. Only thing is like they should be in the internet and you should be in the internet, and where both of them should be using some kind of platform. If both of them are using some kind of platform, it is, you can connect and talk to them, right? So I think the picture will give you a clear indication. Do you think the social networking has any boundaries? Can you please say yes or no in the chat area? Do you think social networking have any boundaries? Please say yes or no. All right, Seema Srivastav said like no. Rajendra said no. All right, all right. Everyone is telling. Usha ma'am said like no. Okay. Sriram sir said like no. Okay. All right, thank you so much, sir. So everyone is agree that like, there are no limits. Okay, there are no limits in the social networking. It is only for our understanding, right? Okay, that's only for our understanding purpose. Thank you, sir and madam, for your response. All right, so these are the some advantages with respect to the social networking. You can meet people online across the world and making a friendship with the people who are very far away. And you can also build profile and self-representation. So these two things are becoming very popularized in today's scenario. Profile building and self-representation, right? You need not to go anywhere. You can sit somewhere and you can just go keep some good post kind of thing, and you will be become like popularized like anything. Overnight you will become a celebrity. And if at all if you are doing in reverse side, overnight the person who is involved into it, he will be kept behind bars also, right? So we have to be very, very careful, right? We all know something, right? Once again I'm reiterating, so prevention is better than cure. That is one thing. And the second aspect we all should remember is, once if you return something in anywhere in the internet, it will be stored for lifetime, right? So if like in a blackboard, you can write something and you can rub it, okay, so that will be that will be no more. But whereas when it comes to the internet world, if you written something and you decided like you wanted to delete that thing, and we don't know like how many people it has been reached, how many people are gone through such kind of thing, right? So that's the kind of difference. I hope all are agree with me. If at all if you have written something and you realize it and you wanted to delete something, so by that time we don't know like how many are read or how many are forwarded, or how many are how many ways it was presented or whatever it is. So that is the kind of thing which is happening in the internet world. So we have to be very careful, right? Now tell me, I have written something, can it be deleted? Of course, like I have written something, after 1 hour I realized and I deleted something. Will it be deleted, or will it be stored somewhere else? Please say yes or no. Will it be stored or not? Stored. Okay, great. Great. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So morning we have told you very clearly, there is something called digital footprints. You know, either it is a passive or active digital footprint. Once you written something, it remains there. It remains there. So we have to be very careful, right? So you can also build your profile. You also can make your self-representation. For example, the government has made some policy, so it was in a public domain. You can go and you can make a comment, or you can give some kind of suggestion. So that kind of things also you can do it. And the remaining things we are all doing every day, like exchanging, sharing a lot of information, whatnot. All those things we are doing, data files, videos, and all such kind of things. So these are the some of the advantages with respect to the social networking, and these are the popular. I'm just talking about these are the very popular social networking platforms, right? Either it could be a socializing, career, business, online matchmaking, shopping online site kind of thing. You might be amazed what this fellow is talking about, shopping online, right? There are also some kind of networking is happening, right? You purchased a product and you gave a review, and some people liked it, some people opposed it, or some people said like it is completely false or whatever it is. So such kind of things are also happening. That is the reason, like online shopping platforms are also become one type of social networking platforms, okay? Otherwise these are the we don't want to mention anything, but only thing is these are the popular, and these are the heavily used in our country, right? So morning also you had something, data never sleep. The data always travels. You and me can sleep, but the data never sleep. The data always moves on, right? So this is a small example. In a fraction of minute, in 1 minute, that means 60 seconds. So this much kind of things will happen, right? This we'll just talk about a few things about the crime. Then we will move on to some of the examples related to the social networking disadvantages and all such kind of things. So the nature of crime, we all know that, like in the pretext of supplying food, medicine, oxygen, and other essentials. So now the cyber crimes are around these things. Like people are facing with the COVID things kind of thing. Then we have purchased these this oximeters and all such kind of things. And some people are many people have ordered food in online, and many people have ordered medicine in online. So those kind of things are also, these fraudsters have used those new ways to cheat the internet users or internet beneficiaries, like internet users, okay, luring people into the online transactions and hacking their accounts. So I think earlier session also something was discussed on this, and creating a fake social media accounts, which is very dangerous. So you have to be very careful, right? If I know your email ID, if I know your photograph, and if I know your name, I can create a fake profile on your behalf. I can do whatever I want on your behalf. So we have to be careful. Okay, that is one of the major risk and major issues which we are facing in the internet world in today's cyberspace. And the filming and circulating the pornographic content, which is also dangerous. So we have to be very, very careful. Not only in especially with the pornographic content kind of thing. People may be tempted, either whoever it is, like whether it is younger or older or mid-aged, whatever it is. People will be tempted, and we never knew along with that files like what kind of spyware or malware which are getting downloaded. So in the earlier session it was discussed very clearly, and if malware is downloaded, you never knew unless and until if it is come to some kind of stage. If any data breach or anything has happened, at least you will take 237 days, right? If something is happening behind you, if something is targeting, it is not a overnight kind of thing. They are observing from quite some time. So as per the research thing, so they told like minimum of hacking someone's account or someone's fraudsters and trying to reach those accounts kind of thing, minimum of 200 plus 230 plus days they required to look into any of those kind of things. So that's the kind of scenario where we are in, and the digital space is very much vulnerable. And these are the some of the cases which are registered. And the NCRB, like National Crime Record Bureau, says that there is an increment of 11.8 percentage cyber crimes are registered increase across India in various aspects. So we all know like OTT cost, it is only 499, but it costs your time. Cool drink, it is only 25 rupees, but it costs your health. We are not against any of these things, just we giving an example. Social media is not free, actually it is costing your focus, right? If something is free and you are become the product, will you agree? If something is free in the digital world, you are become a product, right? So that is what the message which we wanted to communicate. So never ever believe any free or freebies, discounted and all such kind of things. So these are all just ways where fraudsters will use to nab the customers, right? So we have to be very, very careful. If something is free and you are become a product, so please remember Diwali is coming now. So in the place of Diwali, like if people send something, dry fruits link, sweet link, flower bouquets and whatnot. So never ever believe any such kind of things, and you have to be more vigilant on those kind of things so that you can safeguard yourself, right? 15% of Indian adults fell victim to a cybercrime over past 12 months. So that was something a dangerous thing. Can anyone guess like why adults become fell victims to cybercrime? Can you please type it in the chat area? Can you please your views? Your views. Can anyone? Okay, lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. Okay. Any other? See, in the recent past, like we all know from last, if you look into that last 2 to 2.5 years, busy time, casual approach. Okay, that's good. Good. Right. The internet usage is spiked up like anything, and the gadgets usage is also spiked up like anything. Especially people are doing it work from home kind of thing. So maybe carelessness and all those things. Okay. So okay, thank you, Sarma, for your response. So like the thing is like more people are started visiting the dating websites kind of thing. That is one major reason. Either it could be male or female. So they are started visiting the dating websites, and they have become yes, exactly, the desire to earn money easy way, right? These people are started visiting those started people visiting those dating sites kind of thing. So that is the one of the major reason where people found they become nabbed like anything, right? So one is lack of awareness. Second is like if some link comes, immediately they are clicking on those links. And the third aspect is like more prone to these dating or pornographic sites kind of thing. So these are the some reasons like where adults are become fallen into the trap kind of thing. And this is it is not old, it is not so old, it is 2021 only. So JK Cybercrime Police nabs a woman 34 lakh pension fraud scheme from a Punjab, right? So like this is in another case like where you have to be very, very careful. once someone is searching, morning also it was discussed about the searching, search and all such kind of thing. Any search engine, we not only any particular search engine, any search engine we were talking about. But now because of our government of India intervention, now that kind of frauds are coming down, but still those kind of frauds are happening. So whenever you are searching something in any of the search engine, all right, the moment you started searching, immediately you will be getting something in the right side. Okay, right portlet, you will be getting some contacts, website, email ID, and all such kind of things. So that is one thing where you will be contacting them without verifying whether they really belong to SBI or or any bank or any this thing, and immediately once you are approaching them, then we will be in some kind of trouble. That is one thing. Second thing, when the morning also it was discussed cookies and all. So whenever you are searching something, whenever you is anything free in the internet? Can you please say yes or no? If anything is free in the internet, I wanted more responses, sir and madam. Please say yes or no. No, right. Thank you for understanding. So the thing is, like, whenever we are searching something, okay, whenever we are searching something, so that information is captured by these browsers, and it will be sold to the respective vendors kind of thing. So that is how this is also happened. Once you are searching something, so like you are searching for a pension after his retirement. So in this case, they are searching for a pension after the retirement. Immediately someone called saying that I understood like you are searching for a pension schemes after the retirement. Then the discussion has started, and they understood like they wanted to go ahead. So that is how that lady has paid more than 34 lakhs in 36 consecutive bank transactions, and later he realized like he was got cheated, right? So you have to be very very careful if a call comes, like how reliable and all such kind of things. When you are searching something and approaching those people, you have to be doubly careful, unless there are cases like it can happen like this. Okay, so any social media platform you take, one third of the people are with us, correct? So any social media platform, wherever you are there, in a one third of the beneficiaries or users are from India only, right? Because it is a vast country, internet penetration is high, yeah, internet is cheap, mobiles are also cheap, but at the same time many number of people are also fallen into the traps kind of thing, right? So if whenever you are in any social media platform, all this information is goes out of your hand, because I mean like this information is posted by you, or posted by you, me, or anyone. Like whenever you are any social media platform, so this kind of information is already available in some extent. Okay, name, mobile number, email, birthday, photos, all you are agree. Videos, hardware, single strength, like signal strength, and what kind of ISP you are using. All this kind of information is goes out of our hand, and some of the credit card and debit card details are also available in the social media platform. Will you all agree or disagree with this? Please say yes or no. Right? Right. Okay. So this kind of information is always, this is a survey published by some of the thing. Real names are available, 88%. Real age is available, and email address is available, home address, phone number, mobile number, bank account details. So once this kind of information is available, will it be easy for fraudster to commit any fraud kind of thing? Will it be easy for fraudster to commit some kind of fraud? Right? It is much easy, much easy, right? So this is the thing, once such kind of information is available, your photographs and all these things, photographs can be taken, altered, and distributed in other websites. Exploitation of the personal information and identity theft, right? They will misuse the personal information, and which leads to identity theft. In some cases, like where I had, like when I'm giving the sessions, people came and just they were crying like anything. They have misused those things, and they have created a bank account, they have went for loans, and finally the victim, whoever is there, like he's a innocent person, he doesn't have he doesn't any involvement in this, but he received some legal notices and all such kind of things. It is went up to that level, and cyber stalking, and it may lead to some kind of phishing attacks. See, for example, when we are in a recent, like 2 to 3 days back, we have received a call from one of the person. He says that like he's browsing and immediately seen one advertisement. There he wanted to purchase some dry fruits. So some 6 kilos of dry fruits they're selling only for 1500 rupees. What this poor person has done, he clicked on the link, he went there, he paid that money, and everything was done, right? Immediately after 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, like what are the amount which is associated with that bank mobile number, entire money has gone out from his account number. The bank accounts which are associated with that mobile number, he lost all that money, somewhere around 48,000 rupees kind of thing. Okay, so you have to be very very careful, like what those people have done. Like madam has shown, like how the phishing websites are created and used. Like when you are entering your credit card details, it will go in a plain text, like as discussed in the morning. It will go in a plain text. They have stored those things and they have nabbed that money. Okay, so that is what it has happened. So you have to be very very careful with respect to the phishing links and all, and blackmail, illegal content, age inappropriate content, exposure to the sexual content. So these are the some of the risks where you will be seeing these kind of things. Yes sir, like government is also looking into those things. Government is also banning, reporting, removing and all such kind of things. Do you think like nowadays these cyber crime is also offered as a service? As on today, like you have seen software as a service, hardware as a service and all, but unfortunately today the scenario is hacking is also offered as a service. Okay, I just wanted to hack one of the person, like one of the person in the thing. I can I need not to do, I can tell someone, he can hack all these details. So that kind of services is also done. Another problem is like these phishing websites and all the things, they will create and they will open it up. So by that time the government understand like this is a phishing website, by that time some lakhs of people are accessing, right? So that's the a thing which is happening when it comes to the social networking. In the social engineering attacks, they will create like unwanted emergency. Social networking sites, the SNS is nothing but social networking sites. Okay, so these social engineering attacks, they will create some unwanted emergency. They will tell like this offer is only there for next 1 hour. So will you react or not? Right? This offer is valid for next 1 hour. Will you act or you won't act? Right? Something is coming free or some low cost kind of thing. Immediately, many people will respond. You may say no because like you are hearing from morning to evening, so you may say no. But the thing is like someone is asking like why the government cannot block. Yes, government can block, and we are all certain is also blocking these websites. By the time we block, so this information is getting proliferated like anything. Some lakhs of people it will go and they will started accessing, and by the time like people are also losing the money, right? That is what it happens. So we have to be very very careful when you are using these things. And let me tell you one more point very clear. We are not against any social networking platform. We are very prone to the social networking platform. Only thing is like you have to take some preventive measures. That is what I'm discussing, right? Younger generation is tend to more for try in the social networking platform. If someone send a hi message and if you say like hi or whatever it is, then they will try to build that trust. Once that trust was built in, then they will ask to share some kind of images, personal information and all. Then the exploitation will start, right? So that is how it happens. Revealing the private information, adding people which you don't know. See, for example, I sent a request without seeing like who is that person, and if you are adding into your contacts, then the risks are more, right? So these are the some risks which are associated. So this is also not old, it is a very recent case only. Maharashtra engineer cheated for 57 lakhs. This is a matrimonial thing, and here is a lady like who lost some 71 lakh rupees. In both the cases, it is happened the same thing. They met each other in the social media platform. Some amount of time they spent on discussing and all the things. And one fine day they decided like they wanted to marry each other, and that is how it has started. And they agreed, and all such kind of things have happened. So finally they decided, and he said like he's working at as a doctor at UK, and he said like he's working at as a software engineer in Maharashtra. they decided like they wanted to marry each other. So that is what it is all happened over the period of some 3 to 4 months. So later, like he said that the person said like he's coming from he is coming to marry that lady, and they decided, and finally he said like he reached India, and this lady started receiving number of calls from various department. So one said like they're from what is that excise department, and like like we have these divisions, and taxes and all whatnot, customs and all such kind of calls. She started receiving a number of calls from number of things. One is from customs, one is from GST, one is from courier, whatnot, all such kind of things. So like that, like she has transferred more than 57 lakhs, and finally she realized she was got cheated and approached the cybercrime police people. So one thing is very very clear: once the money is gone out of her hand, the chances are very less and slim to get the money back, right? So in this case, like she's a 42-year-old and she's a widow, and she made a friendship, and finally she wanted to decide. She decided like she wanted to get married that guy, and something has happened. Finally, she was also got cheated. Once they'll say like this person is landed here, and that the criminal won't be there. So side characters will come into the picture now. So someone says like there's from customs, someone says like they're from airport department, airport division, someone says like from a courier, like he is sending beyond this number of things, so he cannot carry. So someone says like he has to pay the GST and all. So like that, like they have done it, and this lady is also believed all such kind of things, and started paying that money. And later part they have realized like they have lost more than somewhere around 71 lakhs. But unfortunate thing is like they were not able to get 1 rupee also back. So that's the end of the thing, right? This boy is having more than 200 people in his contacts. And one night he said like he's having his mother was not feeling well. Then people have started donating the money, and we should really appreciate these young girls who came forward and reported, and the police people nabbed this person and kept behind the bars, right? He's a ninth class boy. He started misusing his classmates photographs and blackmailing the parents, but he was caught and he kept behind the bars also, right? So there are so many such kind of things which are happening in the thing. So by showing all that things, I don't want to threaten you. This is only for your information purpose. I'm sharing it with you. So to alert or to be, take some preventive measures to safeguard yourself in the thing, right? It is, something goes wrong, not only that respective person, that entire family will be in lot of stress, and the entire family will be in deep trouble. Because we have seen number of cases, such kind of things will happen, right? Let me tell you some 4 or 5 days back, these online classes are happening. So one of the boy started discussing, started chatting and all the things. They went for a video, and they nacked, and they have taken the video and all. So finally that fellow kept this video into the social media platforms, and he started threatening that girl. And if at all, if you are not paying the money and whatever it is, what are the desires he is having, so if he is not fulfill the desires, he said like he will start promoting. So by the time like he uploaded, and he started doing all this nonsense, and this girl was annoyed with those this girl was not able to take it up, and she went for some extremes conditions. So that kind of things will happen. The reason why I'm saying is like we are all adults, we have to guide our children and brother and sisters in those aspects, so that like we all be safe in the cyberspace. That's only the point which we wanted to tell you and intimate you, but not to threaten you. You can continue, but take care some of the things, right? I think most of the people might be using this WhatsApp. So let me share a few aspects with respect to the WhatsApp. I'm not done anything. WhatsApp platform itself is giving the privacy and security settings. Do you want me to discuss this privacy and security settings of WhatsApp? Are you all ready to do it along with me? Some, if at all, if whoever is done, it's well and good. And whoever wanted to do, I'll just tell you, and simultaneously you can do it. Simultaneously you can do it. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a WhatsApp, privacy and security settings, you can just open your WhatsApp, right? Just click on the three dots. Once you click on the three dots, I'm getting more yes. That is the reason I'm telling you, right? I only a few no's, but more yes I got. That's why I'm continuing. Okay, so click on the three dots and click on that settings. Once you click on the settings, you will be having a whole lot of options like account, charts, notification and all. Click on the accounts. Once you click on the accounts, there is something called privacy. The first option is something called privacy. Once you click on the privacy, last seen and profile photo, right? So the profile photo was there. So by default, it is visible to everyone. So like you will be having three options. You can choose only with my contacts accept, or only share with some group of people or some kind of people, right? So this is the privacy with respect to the profile picture, right? Yeah, so we strongly suggest keep it to my contacts only, right? WhatsApp profile picture, keep it to your only my contacts, so that no others can see such kind of things. Are you all set? Are you all done? Right, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll move on. So once the profile photo is kept only my contacts, next option is about and status. So this is also very, very important. So click on the status. You will be getting three options. Keep it only my contacts. If any other option is enabled, please disable all those things. Keep it only my contacts. Keep it only my contacts, so that no other. See, for example, I wanted to add you. Since I know your number, I wanted to add into my WhatsApp group, so that I can start communicating and all such kind of things. So that will be stopped here. Whenever you are keeping the profile picture and status kind of thing restricted to only your contacts, no other people can see your profile picture, no other people can see your status kind of thing, right? So that's the advantage. And next one is also very, very important. Groups, right? You have seen okay, that part I'll discuss invite by link and also. So the next one is groups. When it comes to the group, everyone options are like everyone, my contacts except. So I am choosing only my contacts. Okay, the groups, if at all, if you are leaving to everyone, by default it is everyone, right? If you restrict yourself to my contacts, no one can send any requests. If at all, if you are there sending any request, you will be getting a notification says that Jagdish wanted to add into his WhatsApp group. So if you accept, then Jagdish can add you into his WhatsApp group. If you deny, he can't add you, right? So keep it only my contacts for all these things, either a profile picture or a status or a group, kind of thing, so that you may not get any unwanted messages. So these are the three privacy options which are provided by the platform. So you can just look into it and enable all those things. So the next one is security, right? So we have seen the privacy options, and the next one is security, two-step verification. Security I wantedly not discussing, so I was just focusing on the next aspect, two-step verification, right? In the two-step, once you click on the account, and if you select the private account, under the account, like you have three third option is two-step verification. Click on the two-step verification, and you will be getting the right side extreme screen is there, that option you will be getting. So choose that option, click on enable. Once you enable that, it will ask you to enter a password. Once you have to enter a password, please remember that, or don't do anything hurriedly. Later part also you can do it, listen and do it later part, right? Okay, take two-step verification, and type that password like whatever you wanted to, and click on next. Immediately it may ask you to enter the email ID, which is not mandatory. You can just skip it, and you can select the password, click on done, so that the two-step verification will be done. So what will happen in the two-step verification, right? Initially, when someone wanted to open your mobile, there is a password, like either you will be keeping something, either some passcode or thumb impression, whatever it is. So that kind of thing it will be done. So after log on to your system, no one can open your WhatsApp also if you enable this two-step verification. So one is that first level is either you have to give a passcode or thumb impression to log on to your system, and second thing is like you have to enter this password. Unless and until once you set this password, no one can do it. So it will ask you, if someone wanted to open your WhatsApp, they cannot. So it will ask you the password. If you give the password, then only they can open it. Like this way you can protect your account by setting a two-step verification. So this is another layer of protection which you can protect your account, right, from the hackers kind of thing, right? So these are the two things I thought I can discuss with you: privacy aspects and security aspects. Are you done? Are you all done with this? Please say yes or no. Okay, all right. Whoever is done, it's well and good. Whoever is doing first time, so you can just explore those things and please set those privacy and security settings, right? So in spite of these things, let me tell you, okay, let me finish this part also. Nowadays, you will be getting a lot of messages, either good morning, good night messages, videos, and all such kind of things. The moment it comes, it will be get dumped into your phone memory, and the phone memory will be exhausted like anything. Okay, if you don't want to download any of the media into your phone memory, if you don't want to download any of these images or any media into the phone memory, you please do this. You please see this. Go to any individual or a group. There is option called group info. Click on that group info, and once you click on that group info, there is something called media visibility. Okay, there is something called media visibility. Click on that media visibility. By default, it is say yes. Okay, default yes, yes, no. That means like whatever the media is coming, it will be dumped, it will be downloaded into your phone memory. If you choose no and click OK, if you choose no and click OK, no media will be downloaded into your phone memory. No media, like either it could be a JPEG, audio file, video file, nothing will be downloaded into the phone memory. Your phone memory remains same. Okay, no media will be downloaded. So at the same time, this will be there in your WhatsApp group. But if you want to save it, you can go there and you can save that media into your phone memory. Otherwise, if you choose media and if you choose option no and click on OK, no media will be downloaded into your phone memory. Okay, so this way you can safeguard your phone memory, and if nothing is getting downloaded, you also can secure your phone. So this way you can enable these things, privacy, security, and memory things, so that you can safeguard your phone memory, right? I told you, like, you have to groups, everyone, my contacts kind of thing. If at all, if you are open to everyone, there are chances that you will be getting this kind of images and all such kind of things, right? You will be getting this kind of messages, and there are chances that people can, log on to that. And if at all, if you are providing that kind of information, some kind of dangers are involved into it. Okay, so let me tell you, recently it has happened to one of the professor, like to whom we have associated. So he received a call and some kind of transaction has happened. Somehow he said like he's not interested. So like what the fraudster has done, he's taken his picture, and the fraudster kept the professor photo as his profile picture, right? He can't do anything. So that kind of things happens. So you have to be careful when other your and my photographs also used by the fraudsters as their profile picture kind of thing. If at all, because I'm not a famous person, if they use also, nothing, no one will listen, because we are all responsible citizens, like government offices and all. So if their photographs are there, then they will start misusing. So you have to be very, very careful. You can just search for some kind of case studies in the Google, somewhere in any search engine, so that you will come to know like what are the kind of things which are happening, right? So these are the things which respect to the WhatsApp security. Okay, hope I'm clear. Right. Here we have a tool. Thank you, sir, mom. Right, here we have a tool. See, for example, you have uploaded so many pictures in the WhatsApp account, like, somewhere in any social media platforms. You wanted to check whether you alone are using the photographs or someone else is using. There is a website called Tinai. So you can just upload your picture into this tinai.com, and you can verify whether your picture is used only by you or any other people. See, for example, I have uploaded my ISEA image, and I found like there are some 10 people who are using these images, right? So these are the people who have started using these images. Okay, if you found like they are not in your contacts, if you don't know them, you can ask them to remove that photographs, and otherwise you can file a complaint so that the legal force enforcement agencies will take into the respective things. So this is a website where you can find out like whether the photographs is only with you or someone else is using your photographs. So this is a open source tool, you can find out, right? So another thing, so one picture can give you thousands of words. Like I have just uploaded this picture in one of the website. It will be giving whole lot of information, and it is also telling like where the picture was clicked, right? This kind of details, it is goes out of your hand. That is the reason I'm telling, right? So which camera you have used, what is the file information, what is the date, what is the GPS information, what is the location, what is the address, anything else you wanted. So for example, you have uploaded one picture, I have collected that picture and I have uploaded that information in picture into this website, right, pictimweb.com, and I will be getting this much of information. Will this information sufficient to continue the discussion with you or not? Okay, I can say like you have visited this lotus temple on that day. It is very attractive, and you have taken beautiful pictures. So that is how the things will happen, right? Right. So this kind of things are happening in the social media. So you have to be very careful. As I told you, I am not threatening you. I'm just giving an information to you, right? Whenever you are posting any pictures, in social media platforms, you have to be doubly careful. Upload group photos rather than individual photos, especially all women and young girls, right? Upload only group photos rather than individual photos. And second thing, upload low resolution photos rather than high resolution pictures. See the picture which I'm showing it to you, 13 megapixel, right? So 13 megapixel image, it can give you a whole lot of information. But if it is only some 800 kb 700 kb, you may not get such kind of information, right? That is the other aspect which you can look into it. And nowadays all these mobile phones, like where you are using these cameras, okay, are also giving, whenever you are uploading this kind of photographs, you will be getting a notification says that whether you wanted to upload with the GPS information or you wanted to remove that EXIF information, right? So you should choose no EXIF information should be uploaded along with the photograph will be uploaded, but you won't get this information if you delete that, if you don't allow photograph with EXIF information, right? Okay, so that way like you can restrict yourself and you can make use of the platforms in a beautiful way. So one is high resolution images don't upload, low resolution group photos rather than individual photos, and while you are uploading, you upload without EXIF information. And a thing you can use, but restrict yourself up to some extent, not fully. Okay, not fully. You give some kind of upload one or two photographs, not all the photographs. So that way you have to be very careful. Hope it is clear to all of you, right? So these are the things. So I thought like I can log on to this, but in my office that is FB is not allowed. So here also I'm just telling you how to take care of yourself, right? Go to any thing. For example, here I'm talking about the Facebook. Go to the Facebook. After logging in, you have a drop in. Here you have a small arrow which is showing down. Click there, go to the settings, and once you go to the things, and here you have a security and login. There is an option called security login. So as I told you, like what kind of PC you are using, either PC or mobile. If it is a PC, this is the icon, and if it is a mobile, this is the icon. So it gives like it is a PC you have used in Bangalore and still it is inactive. And if it is iPhone 7 Bangalore, you have used it in the Bangalore, right? So this kind of whole lot of information is goes out of your hand. So where you have access, where you are there. So if these options are not disabled, then there are some kind of information which always goes out of your hand, right? So go to security and login, and here also you have a security use two-factor authentication. Enable this two-factor authentication. Enable this two-factor authentication how we have done in the WhatsApp. Similar way you can enable this two-factor authentication either Instagram account or FB account, so that you will get be stored, right? The PC information goes out of your hand, and these things you can just, security alerts, notifications, messenger and email and all such kind of things. So if you disable all those things, you won't be receiving any of those things. And this what I wanted you to be very, very careful, right? This is the privacy settings. Under the settings, you will be having this privacy settings. Click on that privacy settings. You will be having whole lot of information. Under the privacy, who can see your friend list. If you click on edit, only me, everyone, friends are friends and all such kind of options. Who can see your email address, who can see your phone number. I just brought everything into only me, right? Why should I expose my friend list? Why should I expose my email ID? Why should I expose my mobile number, right? If you click on the edit, you will be getting whole lot of options. Choose only me, and okay, allow search engines outside Facebook to link your profile. You have to choose no, right? After setting all those things, and you can keep all those things into only me, so that you can safeguard your FB account 100% safe. If you enable two-factor authentication, if you disable all the options, and if you keep only me, you can 100% secure your account, right? Okay. This is with respect to the Facebook. In spite of these things, there are chances that people can hack, your FB account is hacked. You can use facebook.com hacked, right? You can report to them so that they will help you. In the place of it is account is hacked, you can use this command. If it is want to report, for example, someone has created a fake profile, if someone started using your photo for photos and all, instead of hack, you can use report. Instead of hack, you can use report, report, so that you can just use the in the place of hack report and continue, and so that they will ask you some questions. If you confirm them, then they will help you out. Okay, so this way, by any chance, if it is hacked, or some fake profiles that got created, you can use these two commands, hacked oblique report, so that you can safeguard your FB account also. The first thing is like you have to enable two-factor authentication. Second thing, you have to keep all privacy settings only to me kind of thing. And if you keep the account, like whenever you are not using, you can just log out of that account and you can come out of it. Don't keep this account always by 24/7 on, right? If you once the usage is over, log out and come back, and you can start login, and you can use it, right? If you keep your password strong, and if you enable two-factor authentication, if you enable all privacy security settings options, 95% you can safeguard your account, right? So this is with respect to the Facebook account. Hope I'm clear. Yes. We will move on to this financial transactions, and I'm just going to spend another few minutes on this thing. Is it a real ATM machine? Is it a real ATM machine? Please say yes or no. Please say yes or no. Is it a real ATM machine? Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Now tell me, which is the real ATM machine? Top one or bottom one? Top one? But earlier you all said like bottom one is the original ATM, or real ATM machine, right? So if a ATM machine is there, there will be some indicator, where you can insert your code kind of thing. In the bottom there is no indicator. Okay, they have arranged a skimmer. They have arranged a skimmer. So what they will do by using the skimmer, see on right side top corner, that is a skimmer. They will use that skimmer, and they will try to collect all your details. You can just see how sophisticated these skimmers are. It is almost looks like ATM, but on top of it, the skimmer was arranged, and they're capturing your details, and they're also capturing your PIN, and they will create a cloned card, and they will start misusing the things, right? So these are the varieties of skimmers which are arranged, where they will capture your debit card details as well as your PIN, so that they will clone the card, and they will start misusing your debit card. to withdraw the money from various accounts kind of thing, right? So you have to be careful. But nowadays this is reduced. But the thing is like, but still this cloning is happening. But where the ATM machine is not used for a longer period of time, where the ATM machines are out of city outskirts and all such kind of things. So whenever you are withdrawing something out of city outskirts kind of thing, please check that machine properly and insert the card and withdraw the money, right? If you suspect something is happening where the security guard is not there, those machines have to be careful, right? So do those things. So whenever you are entering, of course, like we think like you are following, but if anyone is not following, try to follow this wherever you are sharing or wherever you are entering pin kind of thing. Either it could be an ATM machine or a POS or any shops kind of thing, right? So let me tell you, this was already told to you very clearly. So if it is HTTPS, can be seen. If it HTTPS, it can be thing, right? In any website also, you can just go there, can check that whether the lock symbol is there or not. If it is closed, the padlock is closed, it's well and good. HTTPS is there, it's well and good. Sometimes you have to check the validity of the certificate also. If you click on that lock symbol, if you click on that padlock, you will be getting this kind of digital certificate. So this is a digital certificate which indicates that someone has verified and it is a safe to host. Like you all will be heard about the quality check. So someone will verify this quality check and they will give you this safe hosting and you can go for it. So every year you have to renewal. Otherwise, it will tell you like you are not, it is not a safe kind of thing. So these three things you have to check and do it. Any e-commerce platform, before you doing the once added everything into the cart, when you are making the payment, enter the cart details. Once the transaction is over, remove the card, remove the payment method in any e-commerce platform, right? So before you do any transaction, enter the card details, save it, complete the transaction, come out, report the remove the payment method, remove the payment method, remove the payment method. So that is the best practice which we suggest you to follow that, so that you can safeguard your hard-earned money. Otherwise, what happens? The credit card details are there. So the mobile phone is not only used by you, our family members also will use. Once you go back to home, people will start using that mobile phone. Our children or some others people will use it. So by chance they have downloaded some game and they started using that game, they started playing that game. After 2 to 3 levels, they will be getting a notification. If you want to go to the next level, okay, for example, you are playing some bullet game, right? The bullets are over, free bullets are over. Now you wanted to get the next set of bullets, so you have to purchase those bullets, right? So but these most of the games are intentionally created to lure the people, right? So if credit card details are there, immediately they will send a notification says that like this amount will be deducted. So the child, he may not see like what is there. He was in a mood that like he wanted to go to the next level. Otherwise he wanted to get something to be done. If you click yes, and immediately they will deduct the money, right? If the card is not there, they can't do anything. If the card details are there, they will take out the money, but you will be surprised. You will come to know like it is a big surprise for you, because you have not given a expiry date, you have not given a OTP and all such kind of things. So OTP, expiry date, CVV and all those things are needed only for domestic transactions, the transactions which are dealt within India. But if at all, if you are doing any international transactions, those details are not necessary. Just only they need your card number. Once you given your card number, immediately they will deduct the money, right? Because these games are intentionally created to collect the details. So they will collect the details and they will take out the money from your card, right? So that is only the reason. Never ever share any card details in any of the e-commerce platform, right? So remaining things are told. This was an attack. I think many of the people who are is having this SBI, you might be receiving this kind of messages to update your account is suspended, your electricity is suspended, click here, pay the amount, pay the bill and all such kind of things. So you have to check only thing from where the message has come, whether the messages came from SBI or some electricity department, or if the messages came some number kind of thing. See, this message is received only after banking hours. After banking hours. Right here you can just see like this message is came from a number, so you should not respond. If at all it I have clicked it, it looks like an SBI, everything is like looks like an SBI username, password and all the things, and immediately I received a OTP, I have entered, and it will keep on please wait, please wait. So by the time you can just see like what is the website name, it shows that. All right, it is not an online SBI, it is the SBIupdate.com. I'm just giving an example, right? It is not exactly which is going to happen. So you have to be careful unless and until it will show you like please wait. By the time you will wait, they will take out all the money which is there in that particular account, right? So you have to be careful. So they and in some case they lost this much of amount, right? So you have to be very careful. So to stop all those things, RBI has come out with the recent guidelines, says that like if you receive any credit card, debit card, by default all are disabled. Once you receive that, you can go to the online account of that particular bank account, you can go to the account and you can go to the settings. There you can set international if at all if you want to disable international transaction, you can disable all the international transactions. And if you want to use domestic transactions, there you can set your limits. There you can set your limits. If it is a POS, this much. If it is online, this much. If it is a e-commerce platform, this much. And if it is a withdrawal, this much. So all those controls you can set yourself. All those controls you can set yourself, right? Those things you can go to the any online website of your credit card, debit card, and you can set all your limits and you can safeguard your accounts, right? Hope I'm clear. Hope I'm clear. Am I clear? Right? You please keep those things and you can safeguard your things, right? So let me show you my website. Okay, so this is my website, infosecawareness.in. As I told you, you can visit this infosecawareness.in. The moment you type infosec awareness, first you will get the pledge. If you want to do some kind of pledge, you can pledge yourself. This is the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Please ask all your office colleagues, do a cybersecurity pledge. Once the pledge is done, just click on here and join our 2 hour course on cyber hygiene practices. So this we have done it only exclusively for you. You can enroll yourself for this 2 hour e-learning course and you can complete and you can get your certificate also, right? You can enroll yourself to this course, you can complete this course and you can get your certificate, right? This is another option which is there in our portal. And many of the people are asking that material and all. You just come down here and here there is something called downloads, and click downloads. And if you want like whatever you want, either presentations and all, go to the presentations. You can go to ISEA presentations. A whole lot of presentations are there. You can download all these presentations which we have uploaded, like what are the sessions we are organizing, those sessions things we have uploaded here, and you can download all the presentations. You can make use of it. Okay, and we have also quizzes here, infosecawareness.in /quiz, right? You have a whole lot of quizzes. You can test your knowledge up to where you are. Okay, so these things also you can get benefit out of it. And as I told you, drawing and slogan competition, click on the drawing and competition. You have you can download the browser, complete information, and you have a whole lot of information. So you can upload your drawings here. You can upload your cybersecurity slogans here, right? So please promote within your office, within your colleagues, within your groups kind of thing, so that let them get benefit out of it. Okay, you have whole lot of information. For example, if you are a woman, like all women related information is there in this many languages, right? For example, if someone wanted in Telugu, you can go there and you can have all this information in various languages, right? So this is with respect to my website, as well as the kind of information which is available. You can download, and either today or tomorrow you will be receiving a mail, okay, with all these links kind of thing. and you also will be we are also sending one assessment link to you. So click on that assessment link and complete that assessment and download your appreciation certificate. Whoever is participating in this training program, okay, complete that assessment and download your certificate. It will be useful for your professional career. If anyone is there from railway boards, they have given a 5 marks, as part of your appraisal. You have undergone this training program. After the training program, if you submit that certificate to your railway board, they will be giving a 5 marks in your APAR, right? In your APAR you can submit that, and you can get benefit out of that certificate, from the thing, right? So this is from my side. You can visit that site and you can get benefit out of it. Okay, if you have any questions, kindly keep it in the chat area. Of course, I know like it is time for all of you to leave to your home and all. Okay, so let me thank everyone. So we thank everyone for patiently attending, listening the session, and hope the session is helpful to all of you, at least to do some learn basic things and safeguard your things, right? Is there any government portal? Let me read out for you, sir. To monitor the website when hacked or reported. Yeah, you can just setting is already doing that activity, sir. You can report in the setting, and they will also alert you. They will their product their emphasizing like these are the kind of threats can be emphasized, and that kind of alertness also they're giving to all the banking and financial sectors. Setting is only the nodal center for us to interact and to come to know all these things. Do you have the recording available in YouTube? Yes, it is available, sir. You can go to the YouTube channel and type InfoSec awareness. You type InfoSec awareness, so today's sessions will be there, and you can go through those sessions, right? Hope the session is useful to all of you, and we thank you for actively participating and for your valuable feedback and all the things, right? If you like this session, please type the Jai Hind in the chat area. Whoever likes the session, please type in the chat area by expressing your things by Jai Hind, so we can understand like you have went through the session and you have got benefited out of it. Okay, so once again I thank all of you for your active participation, as well as patiently listening and responding in the chat area and all. Thank you so much for one and all for patiently listening and these things. So we wish all of you, please take care of yourself in the cyber non-cyber area, and take preventive measures to safeguard yourself in the digital and non-digital area. Thank you so much, sir and madam.